So today I wanted to talk about like women, okay? And like when I talk about women, I'm more talking about like the power of women, yeah? You can see my ass in it. Yeah. I'm talking about the power of women, like just in general, innit? Like one thing I've noticed, yeah, is that especially like spiritually, women are very powerful, bro. Very powerful. Even if they don't even realize it themselves, like I'm telling you, they are. Like they are. And it's definitely because I feel like because of that motherly nature that they're born with. And like it's the same way like with men. Obviously, if we see men retain, you know, you can see their energy build up. But then the women that have that energy, like, is one with them, innit? Because like they have the life force to actually build up a life inside their stomach, bro. Like, this is what I mean. Like you have to understand what I'm saying. Like, if you're actually able to build up a life force in your stomach, like obviously the balls is calm, like, but that's just the first step, bro. Like, that's like the machinery. That's like the factory, bro. They are walking factories of life energy. It's mental to me. But that's what I mean, especially when you get older as well, you notice women get a lot more powerful. But like even at all ages, like when I was very young, I remember like all the most prominent figures in my life were definitely women. In terms of like, I just used to have a big crush on my teachers, bro. Like, I just used to think that they were just the most beautiful women in the world, especially like my reception teacher, bro. Just a mad thing. You know what I mean, though? But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, even now, like the moment I like a girl, like, I can just feel the energy just shift, bro. It's just like unknown territory. And it's like I can think whoever I am in it, but I know that power has, you know, something. But I love it. Like that's the feeling that I like, because that's what the feeling that I get when I like a girl is like, I like you because you're just different to me, and you're just like, but you like me in so many ways, innit? And I just really want to kiss you in that. You know what I mean? But I'm just young, innit? I'm just young. So I guess when I'm older, I feel probably way away, but I still like it. You know what I mean? Like that idea of young love. I do like that idea. I always have, you know. But I've never really, you know. And that's, again, a lot of that is my fault, because I'll be there and then I'll jam. That's the thing, that I haven't really been there, like, since I jammed. So I want to see if I jam again. I've definitely see I've been like halfway there. Not halfway there, but like, I knew it wasn't with that person. But like we were doing something, you know. I definitely was a bit more honest in that one. But like still, like I haven't really had that feeling of, you know, like me and you, like, you know what I'm saying, in a while. So we're gonna have to see how that will play out when it happens. But other than that, bro, just stay sober, G. I know that's a bit random, but it just came to my head, like, just stay sober, please. Like, just stay sober. And like, just do things that help you, you know what I mean? And don't get too lost in your head, like, make sure you go out there and try stuff, but just stay sober. I'm just like, at least stay sober in public places. Stay sober in places where you need to be seen. I would say, I would ask that of you. When in places you need to be seen, be sober. Whether that's school, wherever that is for you, whether that's home, especially home, in front of your family members, you know what I mean? And kind of complex idea of you not being sober. So then that means the only way that you can not be sober is if nobody's watching. You're purely alone. And that way you can be purely alone with the experience, you know? And then you can come to understand whether that experience is really for you. And that can be applied to anything, okay? Absolutely anything. Like, literally just make sure you're able to apply that feeling within you of just understanding yourself, like being one with yourself first. Like even now, like I'm just here by myself. There's nobody else in this house, and I'm just, you know, I can feel myself. I can always feel myself. It's a surreal feeling. It's surreal. But the only thing I will say though is that sometimes I do still get insecure about myself, like you see with like my hair and stuff. But again, it's not really insecurity. I just want me to look my best. That's why I started cutting my hair down, so then I don't have to think, like it's just done. That's what I mean. That's why I'm gonna cut my hair down a little bit more. Cause I like my hair cut down to the point where all I need is one comb. You know what I mean? Like just ding and then it's done. That's where I want to be, and that's a bit shorter than this. But then that way I don't have to ever worry about my hair, and that's when I feel the most power. I can feel, it's like, it's mad, like I swear down, in terms of my personal life energy, okay, like I know that's one of the things that holds back my life energy, okay. I know when I cut my hair down just a little bit to the point where it's impossible for me to complain about it, bro, I feel like 3 times powerful, like I swear down. And again, this is something that you might not understand, you might not have experienced. But then this is how you have to see it, bro. You have to look at it from these angles, bro. You have to look at it from these angles. Like, you have to minimize whatever it is, any resistance that stops you, that makes you feel like you're not yourself. You have to just make it as small as possible until it doesn't exist at all. You know what I mean? And you also have to accept that there's certain feelings and things that you're going to feel that are natural, okay? Because it might be natural. Like, for example, for me, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, but at the same time, I'm a more open-minded perfectionist, okay? Because I don't have an idea of perfection. I just have an idea of perfection in whatever I'm doing at that moment in time, innit? So like, it's not a general, this is my perfect. You know what I mean? It's applied to situation based. You know what I mean? For example, my hair, if I have a big afro, I'm a perfectionist. I know that I understand that my afro needs to be like a big afro. Like back in the day, if I was a big afro, I'd be working on that for like 30 minutes, bro. You know what I mean? But then when my hair's very short, it's just an out of the morning thing. That's perfect to me because I know that it's at its max length already. Like, it doesn't get any better. This is as perfect as it gets because it's small. And that's how I want you to think about your life, G. Minimize resistance, okay? You can still be a perfectionist, but just minimize it. That way you minimize your worries. And I still think I look smooth with short hair, you get me? Like, even, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying, though. Even though I used to have long hair, bro. I used to have, like, long hair. But it's just, you know, situations change. Please minimize your resistance, guys. Please. It's important. Like, it's just, like, it makes it easier. And again, I'm also going to talk, you know what else I'm going to talk about in this video? We talked about a lot so far. But I feel like I'm flowing right now, so I'm going to keep going, innit? You know what I mean? But I want to talk about money as well, bro. Like, with money, yeah, just please minimize your resistance with money as well. Like, I've said this before, innit? But, like, generally, just in terms of financial, as I said, financial resistance, just minimize that as much as you can, especially if you're young. If you want, minimize it even more while you're young. Because, again, you don't want a life that revolves around money when it doesn't even revolve around money yet. So you're essentially forcing something that doesn't exist upon you yet. You know what I mean? Because obviously when you get older, like, and you have to pay for like rent and house and stuff like these, like you'll be doing the things that you're already doing for like cars and, you know what I mean, and stuff that are not all like subscriptions, or just like taking girls out on big dates, like, or buying rentals, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're already applying your energy towards those things, you're going to struggle when it comes to housing and stuff, because you might want a bigger house than you can afford, which is probably what's going to happen since you love to be on finance so much. Because being on finance means you want something that you can't have, innit? That's what it is when you're on finance. That's why the banks love it, because everyone's basically on finance, because everyone wants what they can't have. You know what I mean? But maybe want what you can have. That's what the title's going to be. Want what you can have. Be realistic with it. Obviously, my parents are a millionaire, and I'm turning around saying, listen, man wants RS vehicles. I can get RS3. You get me? I can get that. That doesn't mean that it doesn't mean apply anything about the RS3. It just means my situation means I can get the RS3. and I'll still be calm. You get me? But then you can't get the RS3 if the finance is not telling you that. If the finance is not telling you can get RS3, you don't get RS3. Like, this is basic advice, but like, some people don't understand it. You have to understand you live in certain financial brackets, bro. You live in certain financial brackets. And this is the way it has to be said, because again, it is from a spiritual point of view, where again, money doesn't actually mean anything, but it is because it's the source of the life energy in this planet, so it's relevant, okay? Because it's how you survive, okay? Even though it's not how it's supposed to be, it's how it manifests itself. It's how life energy manifests itself. But it doesn't mean that you have to be the richest man, because again, that's not what that life energy manifests itself as. It's what you think it does, but it's not what it manifests itself as. It manifests itself as the person that lives humbly. You know what I'm saying? It lives organically. It lives like with nature, more aligned with nature, more close to their spiritual roots. And it doesn't mean any disregard to money at all, will it? You know what I mean? Because it's still relevant. Because again, it had to be something. You know what I mean? In terms of like, if you think about it with just general animals and stuff, like they all have their things, even though they don't have general finance. They have to actually work to get that food. You know what I'm saying? They have to work to get that food. And we have the freedom to walk to the shop, but at the cost of, you get me? That's our cost. That's our thing. That's our searching for food. You know what I mean? And you have to understand that, and you have to approach that with caution. Okay, you have to approach that responsibly. But this is it falls on deaf ears a lot of the time. So only those who understand will understand. I'll leave it at that, okay? Just want what you can have.